Hi everyone, my name is Caterine Quintero Alvarez, and I am the Bold Maven magazine cover for August 2023.
Can you tell us a little bit about growing up in Colombia?
Colombia is like how the movie from Disney say Encanto. It's amazing. We don't have seasons. The people are really nice. You can walk everywhere. The fruits are very fresh. The food, everything is nice.
What inspired you to start dancing?
Dancing is kind of like a way of. I feel like when I dance, I'm not thinking about like things from the normal world. And plus, it's like you do exercise at the same time. You can meet people dancing. You can connect with different cultures dancing, and so right now it's kind of like a way of release the stress, and you just keep my mind. It's kind of like my yoga class.
We know that you and your brother used to compete together. What was it like dancing together when you were younger?
Well, we still do. We still dance. So, as an example, like a year ago in Christmas, we went for New Year's Eve. It was like an event that we went for the weekend in a hotel, and they have like a band and everything, and they just asked people that let's come and dance. But usually, the younger generation are kind of like not very into like salsa and or like cumbia or like our grandpas used to be. So we actually ended up going into the stage, and we won like two free stays in the hotel and other things. So actually, that was my last time a year ago that I danced with my brother.
Can you talk about how you started your bakery and its successes?
Well, so I actually started my bakery by an accident. So one day I was like, I was in high school, and I was like, I need some money, and so I baked some cakes, some desserts at my mom's house, and I just brought them to high school, and I sold all of them the whole day. Like that day, the teachers and the other classmates were asking me for more, and I was like, okay, so I baked more, I brought more to the high school, but then one day I was in class, which I wasn't paying attention to the class, and I was like wondering, I was like, uh, how about if I just go and ask the restaurants if and offer them my desserts. So 3 months later, I had like 20 restaurants asking me for desserts. And then later, it was kind of like a lot of people were calling me and saying, hey, I tried this dessert somewhere. What is your store? And I was like, well, I couldn't tell them that I was baking it for my mom's house. So I was like, oh, so I will have it in Envigado. Envigado is kind of like if you say like, I will have it somewhere like in Bucket, but I just say it randomly because I think the area, it sounds good to me. So I keep repeating the same thing to the people that call me, and I'm like, okay, good. But then eventually I end up opening the bakery there. So I started when I was 17. The first location, we grew up into two locations. We were ranked number one in TripAdvisor, and I ran it for 11 years until COVID happened, and you know, I just after COVID I just needed to reinvent myself.
Do you have any advice for young business minded women?
Any advice? Just ask. Do not be afraid to ask. Like the most you ask people, the less mistake you will have or you will make. Eh, In in a business world, it's like mistakes are equal to money. So if the more you ask, the more you will learn, and it's kind of like share wisdom. So a lot of people, believe it or not, they will be willing to share wisdom with you. Other yes, maybe if you go and knock 10 doors, uh, four will tell you not, but six will actually open the door for you. So ask. Don't be afraid to ask.
Last question. What led you to move to America and specifically Atlanta?
Well, that's a good question. So my husband, then boyfriend, he was like, oh, I want you to go and meet my parents. He was living in Colombia. I want you to go and meet my parents, and my parents are in Ohio. And I was like, sure. So I came all the way from Colombia to here, and I was like, oh, but I also want to improve my English. So I signed out myself in a program for 4 months, and I was like, okay, I go, I visit my, like, the people, whatever. I spend winter there and I come back. But then 3 months later, my husband actually proposed me and I say yes, and the rest is history. And then here I am. Thank you everyone for watching. If you guys would like to learn more about me, please go to the boldmaven.com. Oh yes. Yeah, you see, Anna, now you're telling me what to do after we spend the whole day.
Right before that one.
Ah?
You were good before that.
So then you're gonna go and see the whole pictures, and I'm gonna be the whole ones like that. You see how he is. I know the people. I knew you weren't from here, okay? No, no, just kidding.